Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andreea. I'm a professional makeup artist based in Paris, and in today's video I'm going to talk about how to make your pores appear smaller. And I'm going to talk about some skincare that I've noticed works really great for me, and then I'm going to talk about makeup, how to apply it, the products that are going to make your pores appear smaller. With no further ado, let's get into today's video. I think by far one of the most popular questions that I get would be, how do I make my pores less visible? How do I cover the pores? We all have pores, even if some people have them larger, other people have them smaller. Think about pores as the pathways between the inside and the outside of our body. And having pores is a good thing. Some people have them larger, and I wanted to talk about this subject because I think I am the one to talk about pores because I have very, very large pores. And I was talking with different people, estheticians, my dermatologist, Harry, who is the doctor that you've seen already on my YouTube channel talking about worst skincare mistakes that we're doing. And everyone told me the same thing. The reason why I have such large pores is because our skin produces oil, sebum, okay? And wherever your skin produces more sebum, because it's normal to have oil production of the skin, but when it's extra, that's when the pores are being clogged. That's when you have blackheads. That's when the pores appear larger. And a second reason why my pores look bigger and bigger, I guess, in the past few years. How wonderful. Okay, it's not a bad thing. Because of age. Okay, so good. With age, pores tend to look bigger, which is not a bad thing. Let's just like snap out of it, Lucy. I'm saying it's not a bad thing because it's not a bad thing to age, okay? The reason why the pores appear to be larger, especially with age, is because the collagen around the pores kind of loosen, and this is what makes the pores actually be bigger. So with that being said, there is really nothing you can do to prevent aging, right? But there are ways you can minimize the appearance, and you can sort of prevent your pores to get bigger and bigger with age. And that is with skincare. One sip of coffee. Skincare is great because it will, depending on what you're using, but basically skincare, the right skincare, it's going to cleanse the pores. It's going to prevent the form of blackheads. And that's what's going to make the skin healthier and looking better overall. Now, throughout my life, I've used a lot of products in terms of skincare, and I can say that by far, the product that helped me really, really well for my acne and for my large pores and for the exfoliation of the skin is glycolic acid. If you cannot tolerate glycolic acid, you could use the younger, smaller sister, lactic acid. That's not as harsh, and it's still working amazing. If you are watching this video without watching my 10 worst skincare mistakes that you could possibly do, please pause this video, watch that one, because you will understand that harsh ingredients, harsh chemicals such as retinol, such as such as exfoliants like glycolic acids and certain concentrations, it does not mean necessarily that you're doing a service to your skin. Lucy. Why Lucy? Who's Lucy? So again, skincare is very important, and I'm going to tell you the 2 products that work instantly for the appearance of large pores. And I will explain why. The first one would be a clay mask. And by far, my favorite is Eve Loom. I've used this mask for the past 12, 14 years. And it's still one of my absolute favorites before an event or whenever I want to feel that my skin is deeply cleansed. Because when you're deeply cleansing your skin, or at least so I feel with this clay mask, and usually clay masks in general, not just this one, but clay masks have this ability of almost like sucking the dirt off your skin, taking all that excess oil, and it just leaves your skin feeling so incredibly clean. So I love to use this when my skin feels a bit tired. I feel like my pores are clogged, and whatever I use, it feels that I'm producing so much oil. This is great because, again, the production of excess oil on your face, it's what makes your pores appear larger. So that's one thing. I promise you, try it once. Try this mask, leave it for 10-15 minutes, take it off, and tell me how good your skin feels. Other than the rescue mask that is almost instantly working for large pores, I would have to say that another product that is absolutely amazing if you have large pores, but especially if your skin produces a lot of oils on the T-zone, or if you have oily skin all over, is the niacinamide. Now I have two serums of niacinamide. Both are from the INKEY list, and especially I wanted to mention this one because first, it's not super expensive. It's actually pretty affordable, and it's really working. It's like, I'm going to put a video here of applying the serum, especially this 20% niacinamide serum. This is an excess oil solution. It's basically niacinamide. It's like a form of vitamin B2, and as soon as you apply it, it prevents your skin from producing a lot of oil. This, in my opinion, this is gold. You could totally use this every day, especially like I've mentioned, if your skin produces an excess oil, totally fine. Now let's dig into the makeup and how you can make your pores appear smaller. And also I can tell you the things to not use, because it's going to make your pores appear larger for sure. Now, primer, as much as I know some people hate using primer or they think it's not working, I can tell you some primers, they absolutely work on smoothing the surface of your skin and almost like filling the pores and giving the illusion of your skin being more even, and also make your foundation like sort of glide beautifully. And you guys know the love that I have for this SYNCHRO Skin Soft Blurring Primer from Shiseido. This is very, I don't know if you can see, it has a nice milky texture. Now, what you need to do about primers that are blurring or soft blurring or very blurring is that the ideal way to apply it is by pushing it into the skin, tapping it. If you're going to roll it, you might lift this product off your skin, and that's not what you want. Another product that is really great for those large pores, however, I suggest you to use it just where you need it, would be this one from Rare Beauty. Now, this is a lot, I don't know if you can tell by the consistency. Look at this. It's that typical silicone primer that's going to really help reduce the size of your pore, reduce the appearance of the size of your pores. So this one, I would definitely apply it more like here. I don't suggest you to use this every day. I don't think this is a great product to use every day because how much silicone it has. And I know that some people have no problem with silicone, but I know that if you use it all the time in every product, it can't be something good for your skin. That's just how I feel about it. So yeah, this really helps. Again, you want to press it into the skin. I don't know if you're able to see, but already the skin looks so much more smoother. Now, the skin definitely is prepped for foundation. Now, I have to say something before I apply foundation. All those brightening products, such as Hollywood Flawless Filter, such as say whatever gel brightener, everything that has that brightness to it, you guys, if you're going to apply it on your T-zone or wherever your pores are big, they're going to appear larger. Let me repeat this. Every single product on the market that has the brightening effect, no matter if it's metallic or more of a sheen will give the illusion of larger pores. So that type of product, you could apply it here where the pores are definitely not as large as on the T-zone. You could apply it here, you could apply it here, and it's a great product under foundation because it, you know, most of the times it succeeds to shine through the foundation. However, if you're going to apply it here, okay, in this area where pores are usually larger, they're going to look worse, okay? So if you have this problem, you want to minimize the size of your pores, you want to use primer that gives you this smoothing effect, then use foundation. And if you want to have a brighter complexion, you could use a little bit of highlighter here. You could even use a brightener, but after foundation and powder. We're going to talk about it. There are certain type of foundation that I love to use on people who have oily skin or like large pores. Glossier, and Glossier is very similar with Makeup Forever HD. I don't have the new Makeup Forever HD foundation, the one with the white cap, but the one with the black cap that I think they launched maybe 2 years ago or last year, I don't remember. But that one is very similar with this. Glossier Stretch Foundation. Very similar. I'm going to show you. It's not super liquidy, you see? When it does this, you know. Let me apply this with a brush. The way you want to apply your foundation, very important when you have large pores, is buffing the foundation into your skin. I promise you, this is the best way. If you're going to do this, like, no. I'm telling you, when you're doing buffing motions, it's just the best way to apply the foundation to give the appearance of a nicer, smoother skin. I don't know if you're able to see, but I'm telling you, this really works. This type of consistency, another foundation that I love because of its finish. Again, it's not too dewy, it covers, but it doesn't have a crazy coverage. It looks just beautiful especially for my skin type, is this LANCôME Teint Idole. I don't have the perfect shade. I have to say this shade is definitely darker. So I'm going to show it to you on my forehead and my chin. Again, you want to buff this foundation into the skin. Okay, this is definitely warmer than what I need, but as you saw, I was applying the lighter foundation on the center of the face. So this is exactly the foundation, the type of the consistency that I love when it comes to foundation. I like that it has luminosity. However, when I touch it, it's not sticky. If my hair accidentally touches my face, it's not going to stick to my face. I just despise that feeling, because of course I am going to apply powder, but I love powder only on the center of the face. You will see why I always use powder on the center of the face, but for the rest of the face, I just don't like that stickiness. And I know that certain people love that. I have nothing against that product. It's just not the type that I prefer to use for my face. I'm going to quickly do my eyebrows and my concealer, and I will get back to you with the next product that is going to absolutely make the biggest difference in the appearance of large pores. Okay, I came super close because I wanted you to see really the next product and what it does. And you've seen it many times, but maybe you haven't thought about it the way I will explain it. A quick description of my products. I was using Makeup by Mario concealer and cream bronzer. This one is from Charlotte Tilbury in the number 2 medium. Now, this next product, by far, the best thing you can use to really minimize the appearance of large pores, and that is powder. And there is a reason why I'm using Huda Beauty powder. For me, like from my experience, I have never tried a powder that is as mattifying, as long-lasting, as finely milled, as beautiful, as blurring as this one. There is a reason why this is in every single makeup artist's kit. Like everywhere you will look, you will find this powder. All of my makeup artist friends are using this, especially when they need to do something super matte. The way you want to use this powder, obviously you could use it with a brush, but especially for large pores, you want to use a powder puff. So I've put a little bit of powder on my powder puff. I press the powder into the powder puff, okay? Like so, until it looks kind of like this. And then you are going to press the powder wherever you have large pores. This, with the niacinamide, with the mask, with the primer, with the right foundation and the right application of foundation, this is the winner. This is the absolute best thing you can use. It's like nothing tops this. So I'm going to apply some powder here. Now, if you're telling me, oh, but powder in general makes my skin look even more dry, it's going to emphasize the wrinkle, don't use it under the eyes. Don't use this powder, especially under the eyes. This powder is, in my opinion, is great for someone that is young, that doesn't have a lot of wrinkles, for the under eyes. But if you do have wrinkles, I would suggest a different powder, maybe the Givenchy. That one is even a little bit more luminous. It's not as matte for sure. Sometimes I will use this powder under my eyes only because, I'll be honest with you, I love this powder because I just love how this powder looks like in pictures. So sometimes I would apply this under the eyes as well. Look, okay, this patch that I put on my cold sore, it's showing. Sorry guys, I hope you don't think this is absolutely gross. So again, powder on the chin, but I'm being super specific and I cannot stress this enough, to apply it with a powder puff. I use these powder puffs, I would say for personal use, I use them 2-3 times max, and then I wash them. Now, I don't know about you, but right here on my nose is where I get super oily throughout the day. And then the pores appear super big here as well. So powder here. If I am on a side, you can see that the skin looks super natural, super bright. It has a natural finish because I did not powder. As soon as you powder, you kind of take the life of your face, but it's okay for the T-zone. It's okay to do this, you know. If you were to have one powder, let's just say that you have really large pores and you have oily skin on the T-zone, if you're looking for something that really mattifies your skin, but you don't want that dry aspect of powder under your eyes, I would still suggest you this powder if you were to have just one powder, because you could take a little bit of powder on a brush. Usually I would suggest you a blending brush. Make sure your concealer is really well spread. Then with the powder, then with the brush, just go over. By applying your powder like this, it's not going to emphasize the pores. It will still lock your concealer in place, but it won't have that crazy drying feeling as when you applied with a powder puff. I did my makeup off the camera quickly, and I was using this eyeshadow palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, Nouveau, I think. And I was using this eyeshadow, this one, and this one, a little bit, and then eyeliner. Then on my lips, I was using this product from NARS. This is a new, I think it's called POWERMATTE High Intensity Lip Pencil, and they're the new versions. The old ones were a little bit more velvety, a little bit more matte. This is more, it has a little bit more of that satin finish. This is called Bohemian Rhapsody. This shade in particular was what I have on. I've made the contour a little bit darker, and then I spread it on the center of my lip so it has that nice gradient. And then I haven't applied anything on the rest of the face. Hopefully you enjoyed this and that you learn, as usual, something new. But to summarize this, you need a good, proper skincare routine that is going to help to minimize the appearance of pores. Second, from time to time, use clay masks. They are absolutely amazing. Niacinamide serum works great if your skin produces a lot of sebum. So make sure you incorporate that in your skincare routine. And then when it comes to makeup, use a primer, a soft blurring a primer. It could be just on the T-zone or all over the face if you have oily skin. Make sure you buff your foundation into the skin and that your foundation is not super glowy, super dewy, super creamy. That's not going to work for those pores. Buff the foundation in with a round synthetic brush and use powder with a powder puff. Preferably a loose powder such as this one from Huda Beauty. By the way, my shade is Cupcake. And that concludes today's video. As usual, every single product you find in the description down below. If you are not subscribed to my channel yet, please make sure you do that. It would mean so much to me. Also, click on that ring bell button. That's going to notify you whenever I'm posting new videos. Don't worry, I'm not gonna spam you. It's just once a week on Sundays. Follow me on Instagram if you don't follow me there already, and TikTok. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.